Greetings. Welcome to Tea Time. My name is Tim Adrians with the New Jersey Tea Party Coalition. We're here with our guest, Al Frech, with the North Jersey Regional Tea Party.
Right.
Now, the North Jersey Regional Tea Party covers what areas?
Well, we draw from a lot of different places. We've drawn from as far down as Jersey City and Bayonne. We've drawn people from Sussex County. But a lot of our people come from Passaic, Essex County area. That's probably our main area that we draw from. But you get smatterings, and you probably have found this too,
Sure.
smatterings from all over, really. People from Bergen County, you know, so.
Now, do you have monthly, weekly meetings?
We have monthly meetings. It's the third Thursday of every month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are they normally held at a particular location, or?
We are, now we're holding our Tea Party meetings at the Barnyard and Carriage House in Totowa.
Oh, okay.
So, very nice place.
And that's right off of Route 80, right?
Well, it's actually on Totowa Road, so you can get to that from Route 46 through Wayne, or you can get from Totowa on Union Boulevard and come up that way.
So you're centrally located?
Yeah, it's easy to get to us.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah, it is good.
Now, how did you folks start out?
Well, it's interesting. Like most people, I found out, had never been politically active before. And I've always, of course, voted, but I was never really active in the way I am now. So started out, went to a small Tea Party rally in Wayne in May of 2009. Got really psyched up over that. Went to another Tea Party little rally, not a big one, small one, in July, and then went to the September rally in D.C.
Oh, that was a spectacular event.
It was amazing to see all those people through there. It was just great. It was great. Came back from that, went to another Tea Party indoor meeting, and that's when myself and two other people said, you know what, let's see if we can grow this group. We weren't in charge. We just said, let's see if we can get something going here, because the group seemed that it needed some nurturing. We took it on, and we grew it from about 25 people now to about, on our mailing list, there's over 300 people.
Wow, that's spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of reminds me of the old days of the American Civil War, where everybody in their own town was raising a regiment, and it seems to be following that same premise today.
It's a good point. It's a good analogy, yeah.
Do you have purposes and principles in the sense of your core values, or?
Yeah. Well, principles are pretty simple. They're you hear about these most of the time from the Tea Party movement. It's a constitutionally limited government that ensures our freedom, individual choice, free markets, which allows companies to grow and people to start companies without the regulation, the interference from the government. We have, of course, a strong national defense is our other policy, without apologies, I might add.
Well, that is important. So almost a Jeffersonian Madison type of government.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah.
Now, the Tea Party has been stereotyped at times.
Yeah.
Have you come across that? What do you think about that?
Yeah. We've, of course, it's been in the paper, and it's interesting because you have the media who just seems to love that. There are some writers who seem obsessed with the Tea Party, and they have to give a backhanded slap any time they can. But as you know, we've been characterized as both uneducated and too educated, a rabble and a wealthy crowd, and so, you know, you can just project anything you want, it seems, onto the Tea Party, you know. And we stereotype that way. The interesting thing, though, and I know the other part is we are this fringe group, you know, this little slice of the far-right fringe. But when you look at the polling data, when you look at, you know, you have the Rasmussen polling, very reliable polls, the Rasmussen polls, and very respected. You look at that every time you look at it. You see that the Tea Party is in the mainstream. When they look in just this recently, in July, you see that when the question is asked, of the mainstream voters, and that's how they break them into mainstream and the political class. Okay? Let's ask mainstream voters, where are your views? 2/3 of them will say they're very similar to the Tea Party movement. And that's music to my ears, because we know that from the people that we assemble with and that we go to rallies with, people we meet.
Sure.
You know, you ask recently, very recently, CBS did a poll. 76% of people thought that the stimulus package that's been passed in Congress has done more to damage the economy than help it.
Mm-hmm.
These are the kinds of things that the Tea Party has been pushing back against. Some of the beliefs that now we know after the campaign that the administration, their surrogates, their czars, believe in. You know?
Well, the veil has been off, I guess.
The veil has been off. You're right, Tim. It's been off. Now, what do we learn since it's off? One, well, we've learned that big government is the solution to all our problems. Right? That's what we've learned. That's what we've seen. Unlike Ronald Reagan, that said big government's the problem, not the solution. Right? But this administration feels like they know better. They know better what the people need. They know better how we should be living our lives. And how do they know that? Because they have the best and the brightest of the political class up there telling us what to do. And the wealthiest. Right?
It's almost as if in the days of living as a teenager under the roof of my parents.
Ah, there you go.
Now, with this idea of the perfect utopia, there are promises that have been made, but
yes.
these promises of this great society have not been kept.
Right. Well, think about some of the promises. These are campaign promises, and even after the campaign. Transparency and accountability. Remember that?
Yeah.
Are going to be negotiating health care on CNN, on C-SPAN. Right? Didn't happen.
No, I seem to remember some smoke-filled back rooms.
Yes, a few deals, right? A few deals behind closed doors. How about this one? We won't raise the debt. Debt's been tripled, right? You know, Mr. Obama, debt's been tripled. You know, the response to that is talk to George Bush.
Yeah, one of these days they're going to have to stop the histrionics of blaming everything to the past and take some responsibility.
A couple other promises. If you make under $250,000, you'll not see any taxes, not a dime, right? Uh-oh, red flag. Now we look and we see that there are taxes built into just about everything. In fact, Tim, every single piece of legislation you look at has at least three things in it. More regulation of our lives and of businesses, higher taxes, and redistribution of income. In fact, you could look at every piece of legislation as a tool for the redistribution of income.
I'm sure that the people that are listening are going to want to get involved, especially our viewers who are out in the Wayne area.
Mm-hmm.
They could really want to get in touch with you folks. Mm-hmm. Is there a way to contact the North Jersey Regional Tea Party?
Yes,
I know that if they go to our website, we have a link, but give them some contact information.
Okay, first of all, if you don't have a computer and you don't have an email address, then you can send a letter, a note, to P, as in Paul, P. Blair, P.O. Box 500, Elmwood Park, New Jersey, 07407. If you have an email, you want to send us, you have a computer and an email, you can send it to njregionalteaparty@gmail.com.
Repeat that again slowly for the people who are scrambling right now to try to get that pen.
Okay.
Because they live in your area.
njregionalteaparty@gmail.com.
Great.
And the NJ Regional Tea Party, all one word, of course.
Of course.
All together. Right. Okay. We're also on Facebook.
Oh, that's the easy way to find you.
Yep, and you can just Google North Jersey Regional Tea Party and get us on Facebook.
Great.
You'll find us there.
And your meetings are normally?
Our meetings are on Thursdays, the third Thursday of every month. They start at 7 p.m. We end them at 9 at the latest.
Great.
We always have we have terrific speakers, and we're there to really educate the people about what's coming down the pike. Right. What's happening in D.C. and what's happening locally, and who the candidates are that support those principles I talked about.
Well, it is very important to get the people involved in the sense of education, because
Right.
we know that what they once called mainstream media, which is nothing more than Pravda for the administration, is not telling us the truth.
That's right. That's right. I look at them now as the secondary media.
Yeah.
And of course, they can't stand that. That's why they're always pounding on Fox News. It's not a real media, you know. So, so it's important, as I usually say to people, this is the year to get out there and do something.
Right.
You can part of the moan, groan, and go home group, or you can part of the group that gets into action, talk to your neighbors, of course, go out and vote. We have to do more than just vote this year. We have to get 5, 10 other people to the polls to vote. So.
Right. I mean, the most important thing, and I'm sure this is the major goal of your group, as it is with ours, is to spread the word to friends, neighbors, wherever you possibly can,
Right.
that
Right.
we're losing our liberties, we're losing our freedom.
Yes. Don't waste your time on people who are ideologues, those people who are entrenched in the Obama. Even if they have some regrets, you'll never know it. They'll defend themselves to the end. Go with the people who are on the edge, the independents. We know the independents are moving toward the principles that the Tea Party espouses. We know that. Go with them. Go with your friends, with relatives, your warm market, so to speak.
Well, we probably have viewers right now that are beginning to say, wait a minute, the Tea Party is making a whole lot more sense than everything else we're hearing.
And the polls show that. Those polls show it. The mainstream is closer in their views to the Tea Party than they are to their congressional representatives.
That's absolutely right. We know as Americans in our gut something's not right. We know the way things should be. The Constitution is very easy to read.
Yes. Yes.
It's not 1,500 pages long.
That's right. That's right.
And
that's the other thing that happens. You know, this deceptive strategy of a crisis. Therefore, we have to hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Yeah.
And don't bother reading the bill. And even if you read the bill, it's so vague in some parts because it gives so much power to the unelected bureaucrats who are going to be regulating that bill and put all the details into it that nobody ever really reviewed.
Right. Now, folks, make sure that if you're out in the Wayne area that you get in contact with the North Jersey Regional Tea Party. Al, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Tim.
And
it's a pleasure.
We're working together, and hopefully we'll be able to get our liberty and freedom back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
With all the excitement happening with the Tea Party, it may be a little hard to separate fact from fiction. Find out the truth for yourself. Visit the New Jersey Tea Party Coalition's website at www.njteapartycoalition.org. You may find a common voice to your concerns on how our government is functioning and discover a means to help restore our nation based on the proven principles of our Constitution.
Welcome back. We're here at Tea Time. New Jersey Tea Party Coalition is your host, and my name is Tim Adriance. I'm with you today. We have a special guest. His name is Thomas Leahy. Thomas, you're a young conservative.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, you're probably young enough to be one of my own kids. Well, that's okay, because you're the next generation. And all that we're doing in the Tea Party movement, as a matter of fact, you're a part of it, I understand.
Yes.
We're doing it for you and for all our kids and everybody else. Are you much different from other kids in the sense of being aware?
Being aware, definitely. I have tried to have many political conversations with people at school and of my friends, and I'd say only a handful really are aware, for the most part, of what's going on. And I'd say the young conservatives are a lot more aware than the young liberals are, by a wide margin, definitely.
Are they really young liberals, or are they just indoctrinated skulls full of mush?
Well, they claim to be young liberals, and when you actually have the conversation with them, they kind of jump sides a little bit and might agree with a few of things I say. things that aren't said at their parents' dinner table, you know.
Okay. So would you say that they're really leaning towards the emotion and feelings of what it means to be a liberal? Or do you think they have a handle on any sort of facts?
I think they were just so hyped up with the nomination of Barack Obama that they just kind of said, oh yeah, you know, Obama's cool, I like him, and not really know much about his platform. And some of them know facts, some of them, but not very many. Most of them just think they know what they're talking about and really don't.
Well, now that the president has been in office for a while, have they changed their tune at all? Are you seeing a difference?
There's a lot less Obama's really cool going around. One of my friends from town used to be a staunch Obama lover. I mean, you know, his parents are liberals, and he used to be a huge liberal. And I was talking to him a couple of days ago, actually, and he said, I'm no longer a liberal because I pay attention to what's going on, I pay attention to the news, and Obama is a horrible president, and I was more than pleased to hear that from him, put it that way.
That's great. So maybe he'll enlighten some of the other people.
I sure hope so. I could use that help.
Now, do you go to Bergen Catholic?
Yes.
So you're not stuck in the socialist public school system.
No, I've been liberated from that, yeah.
Great, that's fantastic. I always encourage as many Tea Party folks as possible to get their kids into a private school, just by the very fact that it seems as though that the curriculum is leaning towards indoctrination as opposed to really getting people to think.
Yeah, right.
Do you have contact with kids that go to public school?
Yes, that kid I just mentioned is from public school, and most of the people I'm spending time with over the summer are from public school, and I still maintain a lot of friendships with them. And I'm actually surprised. For the most part, most of them are conservatives. I wasn't expecting that, considering, you know, they go to public school, and most public school kids. For example, I had to watch An Inconvenient Truth in the 7th grade with my entire public school.
Wow.
I wasn't a very happy camper.
That must have been inconvenient.
Very inconvenient. Very inconvenient. So, but a lot of them don't buy it, and I'm actually very happy that a lot of the kids I know from my public school in Emerson are conservatives. I'm very happy to know that.
Wow. Do any of the guys, the kids that you know, have any idea of the Tea Party? They have an opinion?
All do. Yeah, they all do. Opinion, for the most part, positive. I don't know if it's just because I'm in it, and they want to just, you know, be nice to me. But from what I understand, especially my friends from Bergen Catholic, most of them are very favorable of it because they understand its purpose, because I've explained it to them if they didn't understand it already, and very receptive of it and very positive.
Do you think, or are you looking forward to, now you're a junior and you're going to be looking forward to your college years.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to possibly even at your school now or when you go to college to be involved in a Tea Party group on your campus?
Yes. I hope to, if not start one on my campus, join one. I'm actually in the process with a friend of mine from school starting a pro-life group at school. I do a closed-circuit TV program, BCTV, every day we air it, and I'm the political correspondent.
In your school?
In my school, yeah. And it is a fantastic opportunity for me to at least inform the students. Actually, I spoke at a Tea Party event that you were at.
That's right, I remember that you were there.
Tax Day.
Yes.
And we aired the entire clip of that Tea Party, because it was on, I was given the CD copy. We aired it on BCTV. And not to make a political statement, you know, just to say that a student from school is involved in the Tea Party, and I explained everything I stood for. Took a little heat from it, you know, a little flack, but for the most part, it was very positive.
I think we have that on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, yes. My last name is spelled wrong, but it's on YouTube.
Oh, sorry. Well, we'll have to blame our webmaster on that. You know, the social networking medias, YouTube, those sort of means and methods are a real great way of getting the message out. Have you been able to find some things that are fun, exciting?
I created a Facebook group, actually.
Oh, you did?
And
okay.
I guess now's my time to advertise it, because I need more members. It's called Conservatives for America's Future. It is mainly young kids that I know, or just anybody, really.
Right.
But it's mostly kids from the local parochial schools, public schools that I've sent the invites to and have joined it. And basically, I provide information of where the next Tea Party is. I've made a post, Sean Hannity book signing at Bookends when he was there. I think it was April, Mark Levin. So I just post, news that conservatives would want to hear on that group. I have a blog site, actually, that
really?
I advertise on that group.
Is your Facebook group an open group?
Yes, open to anybody who'd like to join.
Okay, so if I'm on Facebook, because I am on Facebook,
okay,
so are my kids.
Yeah.
And if they're friends there, what group are we looking for?
Conservatives for America's Future.
Conservatives for America's Future.
You'll see a little "Don't Tread on Me" flag as the symbol, like this one here has the symbol.
Yeah, the Gadsden flag.
The Gadsden flag, yeah.
Yes. First flag of the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Yes. So, do you see a future for our country? Because you are the future, but do you see a future for our country?
I do see a future, and that is only if the young people of today are educated in what's going on. Because decisions that lawmakers are making today will absolutely affect people of my generation in the future, particularly in regards to spending. Because with health care, cap and trade, all these entitlement programs, the new extension on unemployment, we have to pay for that, you know. And that's going to be a major burden on my generation and generations to come when we have a $13 trillion deficit and have to pay for all these entitlement programs going on in Washington.
Well, I guess most of your circle of friends and people that you know that are at your age haven't had that pleasant experience of getting that first paycheck, realizing how much you're really not making.
Yeah.
Because they tell you this is what you're going to get, but then when you find out all those taxes that are being taken out, they have a rude awakening, don't they?
Yes, they do.
So
yes, they do.
Hopefully your friends, the people that you know, all the other people that are out there in the future, 16, 18, 17, whatever years old, are going to really...
Well, I try my hardest to explain it to them. Some of them don't want to listen because, you know, I understand they're kids, they want to have fun. Politics maybe to them isn't their idea of fun. But I like to inform them that in the future, it's not about fun or not fun, it's about really getting by. And when you have these massive spending programs that require high taxes and, you know, and they're trying to feed a family of 3 or 4, and it's not easy, they're going to notice a big difference. And they're going to maybe look back and say, maybe I should have listened.
The concept of liberty.
Yeah.
Is that something that you think your generation can grasp?
I think so. I think, obviously, everyone understands the idea of liberty. You know, personal responsibility, freedom to do as you choose.
But you're kind of limited by that when you have parents at 16.
Yeah.
And you're sort of limited by that when you're an adult at 50 with President Obama telling you what you can and can't do.
Yeah, obviously. But I think they understand the concept of liberty as given to us by the Founding Fathers. I think they understand liberty was meant to be in its truest form, you know, not liberty here, but not so much liberty there. You know, freedom of speech is a good example. You know, you can say what you want, but not really.
Right.
And I think they understand that true freedom and a true Republican form of government requires the maximization of liberty.
Right.
And we haven't had that for quite a long time in this country.
Now, tell us again your Facebook page.
Conservatives for America's Future.
Conservatives for America's Future.
Yes, sir.
And you'll welcome
anybody.
Anybody of
I don't
any
need
age?
to confirm anybody. They can just join on their own whim.
I think it would be fantastic for some of us older people to be able to talk to some of your friends.
Fantastic for me.
And it would be wonderful. So
it would be, yes.
Conservatives for America's Future on Facebook.
Yes.
All right. Perhaps maybe we'll get our webmaster to put a link on that, and we can get the whole Tea Party to join in on the discussions.
I hope so.
Thomas, thank you so much for coming with us.
Thanks for having me.
And, you know, hopefully I'm looking at you as the future, and hopefully there's millions more of you guys out there that are going to be able to carry the torch of freedom and liberty.
I sure hope so.
We're going to take a break. We're going to be back. Thank you so much for being with us as we're just going to wrap up with our third segment. So stay right there. Welcome back. Welcome to Tea Time with the New Jersey Tea Party Coalition. I'm your host, Tim Adriance, and with me right now is Ray Rinaldi, another member of our executive committee. We're going to be talking about something that is so important, getting out the vote. Everything that we do, everything that we're concerned about, hinges pretty much on one day, and that day is in November. It's Election Day, the day of the biggest Tea Party, the day that we can actually make a change back to a country that we can be happy with. Ray?
Yes.
Getting out the vote. Tell us about it.
Well, it's very simple. If everybody feels the way we feel as far as the direction our country is heading in, everyone needs to get involved. Everyone needs to make a difference. And everyone can make a difference. You know, when I did the April 15th Tea Party in 2008, I really thought it was just my husband and I and my sister. And the difference that one person can make is amazing. So I urge everyone to get out and vote. And I hope that you can get your neighbors, your relatives, and especially children who are going off to college. Just make sure that they're registered. And if they're registered, make sure they have an absentee ballot, which you can get from your county clerk's office. And it's just a mail-in ballot, and what it is you fill it out, you mail it back, and they will send you the actual ballot, and you can make your vote and send it back in. And we really, really urge everyone to take an active role in this. Now, I'll just give you just a couple of dates.
Very quickly, yes.
Yes. On Tuesday, October 12th, that's the last day to register to vote in the November general election.
Okay, so Tuesday, October 12th, got to get everything done.
Right, to register. Tuesday, October 26th is the last day to apply for a mail-in ballot for the general election.
Once you're registered.
Once you're registered. The application must be received by the county clerk's office by October 26th. And Saturday, October 30th, the county clerk's office room 130, this is Bergen County, is open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to vote by mail-in ballot in person for the general election. This information will at some point be posted on our website, NewJerseyTeaPartyCoalition.org. And I just really, I can't say it enough. It's imperative that everyone get out and vote, because elections matter, as we see with this past election.
So if you want to get an absentee ballot, if you're not going to be home on Election Day, college kid, elderly person, somebody who can't physically get there, you got to get that ahead of time.
Right.
And you should really get it now.
Yes. And if you don't want to go to the county clerk's office, you can write to us at P.O. Box 45, Cliffside Park, New Jersey, 07010. And we'll send it to you.
You could also go to our website,
yes,
contact us via email, and say, please send me about an opportunity to vote. Give me a absentee ballot application,
or a
registration.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And if people come to our website, NewJerseyTeaPartyCoalition.org, say, send me the registration material. It's as simple as just going to the website and saying, I want to be able to vote.
Exactly.
Great. We're not only expecting these things to flood the mailboxes, but the lines to go around the block starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. Fantastic. Get out there and vote. Make sure everything happens. You want to save this country, so make sure you're registered, get out and vote.